Hello, welcome back. This is your Focus Power 6.1. What? The last workout of phase 1. And today it's all about core and balance. So let's jump in there with our warm-up. Don't mind me, I'm just a little excited because we're finishing out phase 1 so strong. I'm so pumped. Oh my gosh, here we go. So we're gonna do a trunk twist. Make sure you're lifting up the heel so that your knee is following your toes. The direction of your toes, right? 3, 2, 1, side reach. So you can tap it, you can dip down a little bit. We're just gonna take our time. We're gonna go through these warm-ups twice, so you have time. This is what we call finishing this strong. This is gonna be all about the core power, the balance, right? All of that. 3, 2, 1, take it into a knee lift here. It's not fast, but this is where we start really engaging that core because we're gonna do that through this entire workout. So we're making sure everything is activated, switch sides. It doesn't have to be a tall, maybe your elbow and your knee reach. Maybe it's here, but definitely activate that. 3, 2, 1. Taking into our jump and jack variation, but just stepping. So if you notice, I got no shoes on. So we're keeping this. This is low impact, but believe me, you're gonna be sweating, you're gonna be working. But that's why I was like, I can take off my shoes. Otherwise, if we were jumping, I definitely wanna wear them to protect my ankles. If you're more comfortable that way, go for it. 3, 2, 1, back to the top with our trunk twist. So here's the deal. This is 6.1. So we are going to literally crush this workout to wrap up phase 1. And then we go into phase 2 where we come back to the beginning with the same sequence of workouts, but we're going to change it up. We're going to show you some different variations. We're going to switch things up a bit. 3, 2, 1. Side reach. Because I told you from the beginning, this is a journey. This is about us building strength and working, building our bodies from the inside out and celebrating it. 3, 2, 1. Side right here. So even though we're gonna see that upper power again, I'm gonna add some weights, which you don't have to, but I will be adding weights. We'll be switching up some of the moves. We'll be adding a new move, switch. So you'll see a little bit of familiarity, right, going into that next phase. But that's where I challenge you, right? I've introduced you to these moves. Now we bump it up we bump it up a little to the next level. 3, 2, 1, jack variation. And I realized, so I have this mat here, but we actually won't need this mat today. I got excited. It's like, what? It happens. 3, 2, 1. Literally, I was so excited. I was like, I'm barefoot, so I brought a mat. I don't even need the mat. Oh my goodness. So here we go. Our first move we're gonna do is standing crunches. So we're doing each move for 30 seconds. It's kind of been where we've been at for most of this series. So right here, we're gonna do standing crunches. So I'm gonna just be here and bring this in. My fingers are lightly behind my ears. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, and crunch it. Right there. So if I pretended I had a ball here that I was squeezing with my torso and my lower abs, like that's the move. So notice how I'm coming under to create that crunch sensation. 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna take it to a cross. So right elbow towards the left knee and then left elbow towards the right knee. Same idea here. We're standing. but I'm making that crunch sensation, and we're not coming all the way down here. It's kind of like somewhere in between a micro movement. Twisting that through. So notice how I'm bringing this elbow down, and maybe yours comes a little bit further across. Maybe it comes a little bit narrower. 3, 2, 1. So we're going into bird dog. Believe me, I did not name it that. It is for reals. So here, what I want you to do, we're going to have extended, and you can use a chair if you want to, which is why I have the chair here for support. But we have our left leg back, right hand forward. We're just coming here, extending just in front. There we go. In the 0.2 and 0.3 version, I show you how to do this on the ground if you wanted to take it there. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. So I'm going to show you on the chair. In. And I'm bringing that hand down just in front, right? So it's just in front of my shoulder. There we go. So I kind of point my toe, flounce the toe at the back, stretching, and then it's coming in. 3, 2, 1. So switching sides again, right arm, left leg. Same motion, but we're gonna exaggerate it. So we're here, but now you're really gonna bring this in. So if you have to, hold on to the chair or the wall, but you're really crunching this in and then extending. So it's just like the original move, but we're just exaggerating that pull in. Instead of a neutral kind of center, we're really bringing that in. 3, 2, 1 more, other side. Right, so this big motion, foot is coming back, hand forward, and then in. So less of like this outward, but more here. Hopefully that helped. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Into lateral leg raise. So right here, I'm going to use the chair. Left leg up and out. There we go. So for this right leg, make sure there's a slight bend in the knee. Feet is secure. Sometimes I have the tendency to sit on my heel so my toes are up, or the pad of my foot starts coming up off the ground. I'm like, Keep it stable. You can tap your foot on the ground, or maybe it just hovers above the ground. Or maybe you take your hands off. 3, 2, 1, other side. There we go. Engage through the core. Even if you're using something to stabilize with, it's not there to bear all of your weight. It's there as lightly touching, keeping a little bit of stabilization there. And then maybe for a couple seconds, you touch yourself. Like, can I do one of these? Without, it's where your comfort level is. But know that we're here to also challenge ourselves. 3, 2, 1, awesome. Other leg, so stabilize on the right leg. And now we're bringing up this left knee. Now you can keep your hands at your waist. This, for some reason, is just, I don't know if it's like the counter movement helps me with balance. Maybe your arms are out here. And again, you have the option of tapping the foot down, or the big toe for me, that's kind of like, just gonna tap it down a little bit. Or you just bring it by your ankle and then bring this up. Your call. 3, 2, 1, other side. Core, feel that strength. So even though, right, I'm lifting here, but I feel like on each stage and keeping everything really engaged all the way through. You can even feel this in my upper back, in my shoulders, just this, I'm holding the strength through my entire body. 3, 2, 1, amazing. Last move. Here, stabilize right leg, slight bend of the knee. Bringing the left leg back behind you. I have my toe on the ground, and then we're gonna flex. So heel towards the booty. Again, you have the option holding for some assistance here. And notice how my fingers are so lightly on this. I'm not gripping with your life. Even though, right, I'm like talking and about to fall over. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. But it's just there for support. And then maybe you find that at some point, just hover that toe. You know, those are things that you can work up to. I mean, maybe it's, if you have a goal of, I'd love to do this and maybe use the chair for support half of the way through, right? Or maybe I use the chair for support, but my foot's hovering and doesn't touch the ground. There's a lot of different ways you can engage this. 3, 2, 1. That was the first set. 1. Take a quick drink of water because we're gonna jump right back into this. That is literally our first round. So some of that may have been new. And that's why we're just gonna literally crank through this second round, and then we're literally finishing out this phase so strong. 6 workouts. Like if you've been in this with me from the beginning, I'm just, even if you hopped in, I'm just extremely proud of you because these have been a challenge and you haven't given up. All right, here we go in our crunches. 3, 2, 1. So remember, we're just here. Fingers light behind the ears. Crunch that out. I mean, that's the whole point. It's just knowing that you started something and you're seeing it through. And no one's asking you to be perfect. No one's asking you to do things in a certain way, right? It's all about your journey, working with your body, but showing up for you. 3, 2, 1, give me your cross crunch. Squeezing that in. And making sure you're not going on autopilot here because you really do have to keep this core engaged in order to protect your lower back on this. Because just because we're standing doesn't mean, right? Sometimes people think it's easier, but it can make other things challenging. 3, 2, 1, we're going into our bird dog here. Right arm, left leg. There we go. Just right in front. Same idea, right? It's not so much here, it's right there. And notice how I stop right in front. It's like my knee straight across my palm, straight ahead. 3, 2, 1, other side. I'll do it this way. There we go. I know some people have been, maybe you've worked through all the point ones up until this point. Maybe you've worked through all of the levels before getting to this point, right? You've done 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and worked your way all the way up to here to 6.1. However way you got here, the point is you got here. Switch side. Oh, we already did the other side. Okay, like, let's do all this side. And we're back to the other side, but we're going to do the crunch in here. Join me. It's like however you got here, the fact is you got here. And you had the option to give up, but you didn't take that option, right? It's like, remember that. You chose to keep going, to push through. And you got through this. You have it in you to see this through the end with me, right? 3 phases. 18 different workouts. 3, 2, 1, other side. If you just set your mind right now say, you know what? I did that. I got through that. I'm going to see it through the end. I'm going to do this until the end. Maybe I will have glitter bombs available. I feel like we're going to have something, right? It's like confetti or something's got to happen. Breathe through this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give me one more. Awesome lateral leg. Here we go. And right there. Woo. My right thigh is on fire. Share that in confidence. I mean, there might be days where you show up and you're like, man. And there's that choice where it's sometimes your body just needs to work through it and you got this. There's sometimes where it's really your body needs the rest, and listen to your body. 3, 2, 1. There is no shame in honoring your body when it needs the rest. Rest is just as important as showing up and getting through a workout. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes we play the guilt or the voice, or you're like, I saw so-and-so on Instagram finish that workout. It's like, we're all different. And maybe your body is like, please, chill out. You honor your body. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Knee up. I always say, there's days where I'm like, my body is not having it and it needs to rest. There's no shame in my game because my body will thrive more because of it. It will thank me because of it. I prevent injury because I chose to rest when it needed to rest. 3, 2, 1. Other side. There we go. Especially if you're getting back into movement, you know, there is such thing as over fatigue and overworking out. Yes, these are 6 workouts, but maybe you're spreading these over the course of 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, depending on what else you're doing with it or what you want to do. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Into, I was going to grab the chair, but we're going to see. We're going to see how I do. There we go. And it ebbs and flows. Don't forget that, right? What you were able to do 1 week, 1 month might be different. Our bodies are constantly in flux. So don't be afraid to stop and take the time to listen to your body and listen to it at different stages of your life. 3, 2, 1, other side. Because what my body could do a month ago is probably different than it can do now, and that'll look different 2 months from now. It's just, but as long as I show up for me with joy and celebration, I know that I'm making progress, right? Because I am in it for the process. And that's what I focus on, what my body can do. We're almost there, almost there. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what I'm talking about. Boom, boom. See, wouldn't that have been cool if I just had like confetti come out of my fingers like that? Because you literally just crushed out the 6th workout, right? The last workout of this phase. Give me some wide stance. We're just going to pulse it to each side, pressing the booty back lightly. Think right in here. And now we're just going to hold it to one side. Woo! Breathe. I'm sweating. Yes. Even with chairs and without jumping, it's like I'm still sweating. I'm still working. I'm still progressing. I'm building, I'm strengthening. Balance is no joke. Other side. It's one of those things that I constantly work at. And it looks different. You've seen me. Sometimes I'm a little bit stronger and better at it than others. You know, again, no shame in my game. I'm a work in progress, just like anyone else. 3, 2, 1. Here, bring your feet close together. Maybe they're shoulder width apart. Inhale, bring your hands up. Maybe they're straight up. Maybe you clasp your fingers, whatever's comfortable for you. Lift this up almost like you're gonna pull yourself off the ground, right? That kind of extension. And then lean over to your left side or one side, pick one. And then as I lean, I bring my hips a little bit over to the other side. And just get a nice stretch here in the side body. Here you go. And still elongate, still keep it lifted. Neutral. Lift up again. Maybe again if it's hands at the side, and then bring that over to the other side. Awesome. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And neutral. Try that one more time. So shake it out. Inhale. Stretch that up to one side. Maybe this time you turn your heart a little bit towards the sky. Not where we're doing a back bend, but just open it up a little bit here. Maybe feeling slightly deeper stretch. Shift a little bit here. Lift it up, other side. Extending up, reaching it over. And then maybe just a slight opening of the heart towards the sky. Making sure you're engaged still here. Like my booty is engaged. I don't want to like slump into that. Bring that up. Awesome. Deep inhalation. Stretch it out and shake it out. There we go. A couple of those steps. I am so proud of you. I am so completely ecstatic. Like I said, this showing up day after day, workout after workout, I know it's a challenge, but you did this, and hopefully you did this for you, and hopefully you did this with joy. And so I'm excited that we completed phase 1, and hopefully I will see you in phase 2, because you did this, you got phase 2. I promise, I got your back. We're gonna do this, and hopefully I will see you there.